The sticks are taped. The skates are laced. It's time for Arizona Wildcat hockey.
And back to the point, pole, shot, gets blocked. Marquis, another chance, another block. Marquis just hacking over, and he scores!
Joining us live from the Timothy Gasson broadcast booth, here is your Wildcat hockey media team.
Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik joined in the booth for the first time of the season by Garrett Kane, the man usually behind the computer. Garrett, pretty good game last night, but speaking with Coach Berman, there's definitely some parts of this team that he would like to see play a little bit differently tonight. What are your thoughts on what the Wildcats can bring that they maybe didn't last night?
I definitely think that all teams struggle with this, keeping up the intensity for the whole game, matching the intensity of the other team. I know Utah had a game the day before last night, and they were a little rusty, it looked like. Not as fast as they were, and we kind of matched their intensity. And we need to be out of the gate with a mentality that we are going to win.
Yeah, speaking with head coach Chad Berman before the game, usually he gives us a little bit more of a foundational rundown, but the message was very simple. If you guys aren't moving your feet and you're not skating, there's nothing really else that can be built upon. I know that the Wildcats did get the win last night, very close 2-0 game with one of the goals coming on an empty net by Jesse Lowell. But this Wildcats team has more offense to give. It's going to be a matter of if they can get that pace going and be ready to play from the start of the puck drop.
Yeah, I also think that's determined by our defense. With U of A, our defense is definitely more offense-oriented, so carrying that puck up and getting into the play is going to be really crucial for them tonight.
And a little bit of a lineup change for the Wildcats tonight. Noah Vance will be scratched as a 13th forward. Hunter Hodgson will be drawn in as a 7th defenseman. So another defenseman, maybe spread the minutes around a little bit. Certainly a lot to build on, but I know Coach Berman is not happy playing nothing into the third period too often here, especially at home.
Yeah.
And, you know, throughout the ACHA, every team tends to play much better at home. Getting these wins against divisional opponents, conference opponents, is going to be huge. So we will be back for Puck Drop in just a little bit. Sebastian Janik with Garrett Kane. This is Wildcat Hockey.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
Marquis, another chance, another block, and he scores!
Easy come again, the second puck will come up, step up, make an outlet pass here, shot and goal, stop at the crease.
And a shot, they score! Tucking it in from the side of the net. Josephson driving, finds a way to
Welcome in, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik with Garrett Kane high above the ice. Big game tonight for the Wildcats. They're able to build off that road trip, not getting the results they necessarily hoped for, but the effort was there, speaking with everyone on this team, and it definitely seems like some of that carried over into last night's action, but this team still has more to give in terms of pace, intensity, and as Coach Berman said, just getting their skates moving. Yeah,
the Wildcats usually go out the gate swinging, getting goals to the net and everything.
Yeah, so a nice little treat for Wildcat fans. Garrett Kane, actually a hockey player who is much more knowledgeable about the game than me, as someone who's just a fan and a student. So very excited to have Garrett in the booth. You'll be hearing a lot more from him this season as he takes over play-by-play here and there and gets some seasoning up here in the booth. But Garrett, it's certainly a pretty amazing building to be able to be high above the ice like this and watch some great hockey in Tucson.
Yeah, I am very excited for this. I love hockey, obviously.
Yeah, I would hope everyone has that thing in common. So that's definitely my sentiments. But a little bit of a small crowd here so far at the TCC. The Wildcats football team is having their homecoming game, which is definitely a big draw. Hopefully we'll get some of those fans. As we get ready for the Wildcats to take the ice, Nicholas Sepinen getting his first start at the Tucson Arena after getting his first win in the ACHA on the road against Michigan Dearborn, the team that knocked the U of A out of the national tournament last year. And just from looking at the way this team has played so far, this is a very different built team from last season. Yeah, they're definitely a lot quicker. I'm seeing a lot more speed in the back end. They definitely... Berman has really built up the back end to include players that are bringing the play up the ice. And some of the offensive dynamics that we've seen from that top line of Dylan Walker, Brody Selman, and Jesse Lowell. Brody Selman getting the only 5-on-5 goal during the game yesterday. Jesse Lowell picked up the empty netter to seal it. And we will get ready for starting lineups and the national anthem. Great night to be at the Tucson Arena watching some Wildcat hockey.
Wildcats. Starting at left wing from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 22, Connor Ziegler. And right wing for the Cats from Phoenix, Arizona, number 11, Will Josephson. At the center position for the Cats, number 26 from Montreal, Canada, Duke. Defense from Phoenix, Arizona, number 3, Chris Hedgecote. And right defense from West Dundee, Illinois, number 5, John Sharpley. And in the nets tonight for your Wildcats from Oulunsalo, Finland, number 31, Nicholas Sepinen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and face the south goal for tonight's national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud stripes and bright stars.
So a big game here for Nicholas Sepinen, getting his first experience as a Wildcat, tending the goal in the Tucson Arena. Nicholas Sepinen, from what we've heard from both Shane Fausul, the goalie coach, and Chad Berman, and Tanner Harris, Sepinen is a very interesting character off the ice, but on the ice, kind of been described as that typical European goalie, very athletic, a little bit scrambly sometimes in his own blue paint, according to Tanner Harris, but from some of the chances that Biv had to fight off last night, being able to scramble in the paint is going to be an attribute Sepinen absolutely needs to have tonight.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him, how he moves behind the net, moves up the puck to the defenseman, and inside the blue paint.
And that is one thing these Wildcats are accustomed to, is having Nolan Dvorak be so calm with, containing that puck, kind of, acting as that third defenseman at times when he's able to get the puck up the board, start a breakout. And Dvorak having a tremendous night last night. Sepinen, having that goalie tandem is always so important, and having a new goalie like Sepinen be able to learn from Dvorak is going to be huge. But let's get ready for puck drop. Duke Litwin in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner for Utah. A little bit of a line match here for Chad Berman, going with his, third line, fourth line. They're a little bit interchangeable at this point, matching up against one of the most dangerous lines for Utah. And let's see what kind of energy the U of A is going to come out with after being called out by their coach for not starting on time last night. So it's going to be Dix for Utah, settles in the zone. And we'll see how confident it is with Utah with breakouts through the neutral zone. Relied on a lot of chip and chase towards the end of last game. But now it's going to be Will Josephson knocks that one over. Shively will go behind the net over to his D partner, Hedgecoke. Little outlet there for Ziegler, juggling puck in the neutral zone. Wildcats going to be able to get onto this one. Duke Litwin looking out in front, just cannot connect with Will Josephson. But good pace here on the first shift. Quick shot from Shively. That one gets blocked by Gephardt. And Dix will bring it back the other way. One-on-one against Hedgecoke. Big shot, and Sepinen with the save.
Yeah, that's not a way to start with the first period, leaving only one defenseman behind.
It's very interesting. Dylan Dix, the captain of the Utah Utes and a defenseman, way up high on the point, blocks that shot, gets a chance going the other way. Make sure Sepinen doesn't give up any late rebound, and Shively lets him know that you really don't want to be hanging around the crease for too long. So Selman in to take the face-off. Matthew Hull in support, gets it down the wing. Now Jesse Lowell, almost a big steal there. Jesse Lowell, he's getting into it. Jesse Lowell in a wrestling match with Logan Jackson behind the play. Refs high and stay down. Didn't expect that. Thought the play was going to be blown dead, but they're going to let the guys sort it out on their own right there. A little bit of Lone Ranger justice by Jesse Lowell, not liking what he saw out of Logan Jackson. And we'll see, last night was a game that really didn't involve many penalties, very few power plays for either team. A little bit of discipline and a little bit of ref lenience combined. But the Wildcats are going to look to hem Utah in. Selman takes a big hit behind the goal, but Walker in support. Walker tries to go. A shot from Jesse Lowell almost gets it over to Selman for a wide open net. Selman just can't tuck it home, but a great chance generated there early in this game.
Yeah, that was a great tic-tac-toe play in front of the net with all three of the forwards.
And Dylan Walker being such a talented playmaker that's come into this lineup really changed the dynamic of the top line for the Wildcats this season.
Yeah, it really looks like Utah is really using the body inside their own zone, really shutting down the Wildcats right now.
Yeah, there's definitely some animosity within this Utah team. I got to feel that they are not happy with the way they played last night. Speaking with Tanner Harris before the game, the way Utah maybe played yesterday is not indicative of what this team can bring when they're on their best, and the Wildcats are going to have to match that. Unfortunately, last night they kind of matched the sluggish pace of Utah. It's going to be up to the Wildcats to push Utah into a pace they're not comfortable with.
Yeah, Nicholas Sepinen looks really, really comfortable inside the net right now.
Yeah, very tall, good on his angles, very confident in the net. This might only be his first start, but Sepinen's got the personality of a little bit of a seasoned veteran. It's a big move for, a kid, young college kid to move to Finland, come over to Tucson, Arizona to play hockey. So face off here in the U of A zone. Utah able to win it. Fisher shadowing his man. Utah back to the point, shot from Carter. That hits legs out in front. Another shot from the point, almost a couple double deflection, but doesn't get all the way through. And now it's going to be the Wildcats looking to break it out. Sandoval, the new player for the Wildcats, drew in last night for his first game in almost over a year. You know, he definitely had some settling in to do, but played an interesting role, kind of, you know, solidifying that second line center. Shetland takes a big hit from Dix. He pops right back up. Malco on his man. Sandoval tries to get up to the point. Quick shot there from Cosden. Deflection out front. Barely goes high on Kimmel.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. We want to see a lot of shots up on the point, especially in the start of the game. You never know when one's going to slip in through.
Yeah, Utah definitely came with a shot-first mentality last night, making sure that they put a lot of pucks on Biv. The shot count when the first goal went in for the U of A was pretty lopsided in terms of Utah, but Biv, we talked about what it means when a goalie can steal you a game, and I would say last night qualifies.
He was definitely standing on his head that night.
So now Sofrino in to take the face-off against Langenbrunner. Looks like Shetland's going to go down the tunnel here. Took that hit along the boards from Dix. Hoping it's just a little bit more of a precautionary measure, a little pain management, but we'll keep an eye to see if Shetland gets back out here. So the U of A only lining up with 12 forwards. Now they're going to go down to 11. But Hedgecoke, good strong body behind the net. Not allowing any time and space for Utah, but Sofrino puts that one right into a Utah player. And now Yurtis for Utah. Around the back of the net, shadowed by Hedgecoke. Yurtis over to Logan Jackson. Logan Jackson looking for maybe a little tip shot there, but Utah player was tied up, and this will go all the way down the ice for an icing. So Sepinen looking confident. You know, and if Shetland is going to go down, it's going to be interesting to see who Berman decides to put up on that second line with Sandoval and Malco. Shetland been dealing with a little bit of a lower body injury here and there, so maybe just aggravated it, and especially this early in the season, don't want to take any chances, especially with a guy like Shetland who's going to be expected to bring a lot of offense throughout his time here at the U of A. But after that icing, big face-off here in the U of A zone. Yurtis in to take the face-off against Sofrino. Sofrino wins it to Hedgecoke. And he'll go around the boards to Lusby. He knocks that one out to the neutral zone. Now it's Matthew Marquis, one-on-one with Logan Jackson. Matthew Marquis, strong power move around his man, gets crashed into the boards there by Logan Jackson, but Lusby's able to keep control of the puck for now. Definitely want to see this type of intensity in battles early out of the U of A, that willingness to get scrummy along the boards. And Lusby's got a man riding his back. This is going to come out of the zone for Utah, but Overland with some good positioning doesn't let Utah break out cleanly.
Yeah, the Wildcats are doing a great job of bunching up the Utah players in the neutral zone, making sure they don't have a clean break into our defensive zone.
Yeah, Bryce Miller tries to throw that one back down the boards, but a good job to cut that one off. Almost a little bit of Keystone Cops there with Litwin and Overland, but all works out well. Utah player just went hard into the boards. Moeller behind the play goes down hard. He's having a bit of a trouble getting up. So we'll see. No, it's Gephardt, number 19. But now the U of A with a little bit of a chance on a broken play. Trying to go out in front. Gets taken down. Ref's hands stay down. Duke Litwin going down hard, but he pops right back up.
That was a pretty skeptical tripping call right there.
Yeah, we'll see just how much the refs let go. But now Usyk for UNO, not you, those jerseys for some reason. Out in front, quick chance, Ziegler trying to skate onto the rebound, can't quite get there. Ziegler, good job crashing the net there, making Kimmel wonder what's going on in front of his crease, but good shift here from the Wildcats, hemming the Utes in their own zone. They try to go back to the point, nothing going, so it'll be Ryan Fisher on his horse, no icing. So Utah definitely not getting too aggressive on the forecheck here. Having a little bit of that diamond set up in the neutral zone, keeping two defensemen back. So it's going to be up to the U of A to create some havoc to make sure they get over that blue line cleanly. Now Selman not able to handle that on the backhand, but skates on back to it with Ethan Light shadowing him. Now over to Dylan Walker. Walker chips in. Logan Jackson behind his net. Jesse Lowell plasters him, the captain, with a big hit early. Now Selman finds Lowell. Quick shot, blocker saved by Kimmel. Walker tries to get through the blue paint, can't get there. Some very intense shifts here from the U of A early, keeping the pressure on. Now it's Hedgecoke dumping it in deep.
I have to say, this is a completely different game from last night. Both teams are really throwing the hits. The intensity is really up.
Yeah, with 13:49 left in the first period, a lot more offense than we saw out of the Wildcats in the first 7 minutes of last night's game, but now it's going to be Ethan Light going hard in on Shively, just misses him with the shoulder. And now Utah will look to get a shot on Sepinen. Carter can't handle it. Now it's going to be Marquis trying to bust up the ice, just can't get there. And now the Wildcats will have to wait for him to tag up. Shively over to Sandoval. Sandoval back to Shively, quick shot, blocker save, Kimmel. Hole at the point, tries to go deep, gets deflected. Puck still in deep, Sandoval behind the net, circling. A little bit of a dangerous play here, and that's what can happen when you get too far out to the blue line. Now Utah trying to bring it back the other way. Good save there by Sepinen. Paddles that one up into the netting. Oop. Promise that wasn't an accent. That was just my brain not working properly. Good to see Shetland back on the ice, looking quick coming off the runway, so only miss a couple shifts there, maybe gets taped up a tiny bit, and Shetland's right back out there. So it's going to be Utes in to take the face-off against Malco. Utes definitely a factor in last night's game, just not able to score. The Wildcats are going to have to contain this top 6 of the Utah Utes. They did a great job of it for 60 minutes yesterday. That was a big thanks to Biv, though. Now Shetland, he tries to go down the wing, fakes out his man, Malco onto the puck, tries to throw it out to the middle. Sandoval is able to get onto it.
Yeah, it looks like Utah is really sucking down low in their own defensive zone. It looks like Wildcats need to bring up the puck to the points more.
Yeah, I think those shots from the point are definitely there, and you want to test Kimmel with rebounds as much as you can. We've seen just how often in the ACHA broken plays out in front of the net result in goals. A little bit of missed coverage there, almost a double deflection chance, but Overland will look to break it out. Overland up to Ziegler. This one bounces through Dylan Dix, but able to settle that puck. Utah, a little bit of a broken play, almost ends up in a much better scenario than they planned, but Langenbrunner, Hole throws a little nice reverse hit there. Knows that man is coming now, Shively, or Ryan Fisher. The jersey tucks always get you. Fisher behind the net, goes out in front, Duke Litwin, big shot, and a big save by Kimmel off the pads. Good job there by Duke Litwin to get a shot off. Now it's Wyatt Light for Utah, trying to dance through 2 U of A players, can't get there. Sepinen gets the save, and a little bit of face full of snow from Michael. He'll get pushed out of the crease, but Wyatt Light showing his ability to maneuver in tight spaces. Definitely the most dangerous player for Utah in terms of goal scoring chances.
Yeah, he's really, really quick, really fast with his hands, knows how to move around.
And the confidence, too. You see it. He's willing to take the puck into places that maybe some other people wouldn't, but that can be a double-edged sword at times, so it's going to be Michael in to take the face-off. Over to Ethan Light. Quick backhand, goes wide on the glove side of Sepinen. 11:42 left in the first period. Score 0-0. Wildcats against the Utah Utes. Shot from the point, and a deflection, and they score. So Utah, Ethan Light gets the first goal of the game. That shot from the point and a tip out in front beats Sepinen. Very hard goal for Sepinen to expect to get there with that much traffic out in front.
Yeah, it's really, really hard for goalies to see that, especially if you have a screen in front of the net. It's you kind of have to anticipate where the shot's going, and if it gets tipped, you just never know.
Yeah, a little bit of a double screen there for Sepinen. Hard for him to have many options on that, but talking about those shots from the point and just what they can generate, Utah taking advantage. So a situation that the Wildcats were not in last night. They go down first with the goal coming from Ethan Light, so the Wildcats are going to have to fight back. Now Langenbrunner out in front, almost a real quick chance there for Moeller. Lusby can't find that puck in his skates. That one gets dished in deep. And Langenbrunner take a quick shot, save Sepinen.
Didn't see that shot coming.
Now Gibney skates with it. Carter calling for it at the point. That one gets deflected high and over the net. Puck down in deep. Gibney tries to throw it on net. Everything on net for Utah at the moment. Wildcats will look to break it out. Marquis can't get it past his man. And that one's stolen at the blue line and back the other way, Langenbrunner. Quick shot and a glove save by Nicholas Sepinen. So Sepinen getting a little bit more left out to dry than Biv was at times, especially early in the game, but he's been up to the task so far, except for the one that you really can't expect a goalie to get. And that's going to be where containing Utah and playing mostly in their own zone is going to be so important, because they're dangerous off of plays that really don't look like much.
Yeah, our forward defensemen really need to be conscious of where the puck is and where the players are.
Yeah, those shots from the point, you know, sometimes it's easier to just hang back, not, you know, be aggressive and let the guy take the shot. But saw exactly there what can happen when that is the strategy. Quick shot there from the point. That one hits the post, bar down and out. A good break there for the U of A as the Utah Utes almost capitalize on another shot from the point. Another one there hits Brody Selman. Now Selman will look to break it out. With Lowell and Walker, Selman chips it in. He gets hauled down, and that's going to be a penalty against Utah. Refs are going to let enough go, but you get the hands and stick wrapped around a guy, and he goes down, especially if it denies a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding call.
And Utes and Walker are going to have a little polite discussion as they each get ready for this power play. So for the first time in the game, U of A going on the Hogan Transportation power play. And after giving up that goal, getting a little bit lucky with that post, big opportunity here with a man advantage.
Let's see if it pays off with the missing coverage on their points. See if we can work the points a little bit.
Yeah, and this is a team with the offensive skill that's been added. You want to see on the power play them really embrace that. So it'll be Malco going down to Shetland. So the penalty is on number 17, Jules Donovan. So the Wildcats will look to set up. Overland over to Hull. Back to Overland. He gets it deep. Malco just can't quite pull the trigger, but Shetland with the support. Shetland gets it back to Lusby. Malco tries to find Hull, but just the pass is too far behind him. The Wildcats will have to reset here. So Michael for Utah on the forecheck. Now Jared Overland. Matthew Hull can't get through, and Dylan Dix is going to steal that. All in on his own against Sepinen. One-on-one, and Dylan Dix scores. He goes top shelf on Sepinen over the shoulder. The puck handles at the blue line that have been a problem for this Wildcat team. Utah very aggressive on the penalty kill.
That play right there definitely explains why you want to take your time when you are out of the offensive zone for a power play and regroup, make sure every player is in the right positioning before you start moving back into the offensive zone.
The Wildcats are going to have to take advantage of if Utah is this aggressive continuously on man down. So definitely not the start the Wildcats were expecting. 9:38 left in the first period. Been relatively even, but that goal is a play that a coach hates to see. A player all alone, shorthanded. And it wasn't a shot block or anything like that. He just pressures his man and steals the puck, but the Wildcats are going to have to mentally fight through whatever they're going through right now and get back into a better pace and mindset. Josephson can't knock that one down at the blue line, and that's almost another odd man rush coming the other way. Ryan Fisher, 50 seconds left on the power play.
Looks like they're taking a little more time setting up the play in the defensive zone before going back in.
And now Walker, he'll go down the far boards, goes around Music. Now Walker looking for an opening. Skates down the near boards. Walker waits, goes back to Selman, can't find him, and that one's gonna go straight to Utah as Gibney gets it out of the zone. A little bit too easy of a clear there from the Wildcats.
Yeah, Utah's doing a great job of clogging up the points up there.
And now it's Will Josephson. He waits, goes back to the point. Fisher tries to get a quick shot, doesn't get through Moeller. So now Josephson around to Selman. All three Wildcats forwards overloaded on this near side. Walker and Fisher play catch at the point. Now Selman, Lowell. Both of them have been pretty darn good this season, but they certainly wear different numbers. And Jesse Lowell with a good shot, but Kimmel with a good save up by the ear and the glove side. And that will do it for the power play. The Wildcats shooting themselves a little bit in the foot there, going down 2-0 after that shorthanded goal by Dylan Dix. So exactly what Coach Berman needed to see out of this team was pace, intensity, and it's easy for the Wildcats to muster that type of energy after they scored last night, but down 2-0 here in the first period, this is going to have to be a very different game tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely hard with the mentality, bringing a 2-0 loss or 2-0 differential.
Yeah, it's not the start the Wildcats were hoping for, but a lot of hockey left to play here. So Hedgecock will try to get that down the boards. Walked off, but held in the zone. And now that'll get down. That's going to be Wyatt Light getting to that one first. Hedgecock plasters him into the boards. They're going to have a little battle.
Light is a very quick player.
He is. He's still able to control this puck after 2 Wildcats got in there. And it looks like maybe a hand pass here.
It was looks like a hit from behind.
We'll see who's going to the box. It's going to be Josh Lusby. So now the Wildcats are absolutely in a predicament as they've gone down 2-0 on a shorthanded goal. And now it's going to be Utah going to the power play, a team that has a lot of offensive weapons. And we'll see if what they do on their power play, but Wildcats got to be aggressive on their own penalty kill here.
Yeah, referees are definitely cracking down on all of the little things this game.
Yeah, and as long as you see it even and called the same way for both teams, you don't mind it. The U of A able to win that face-off, tries to go back to the point. Both the Light brothers there clogging that point spot up, and the Wildcats will dish this all the way down for Logan Jackson to set up the power play for Utah. Utah very spread out power play with Gephardt below that blue line to start out, but now Utah over the line. Big burst speed from Ethan Light. He'll look to go around the back of the net, out to Wyatt Light. Now to the point. Dix, Wyatt Light, over to Ethan Light. Down low looking for Dix on the cycle. The defenseman going low there at the dot, or that was Logan Jackson. But either way, Utah's really cycling their defenseman down low to the dots.
Yeah, U of A definitely needs to clog up the neutral zone more so they don't get a clean break like they did last play.
Yeah, you get stuck puck watching, you kind of lose your man assignments, and bad things can happen on the power play, but only a minute left here in this penalty kill for the Wildcats. Unfortunate bounce off the boards. That one will stay in. Utah sets up the cycle once again.
Yeah, Wildcats are doing a great job of keeping them on the edge of the ice so you don't get anything inside the triangle.
Good job there from Will Josephson to clear that puck. Yeah, keeping Utah to the outside, not allowing them to set up those cross-seam passes is going to be huge for this next 36 seconds of the power play. At least a penalty kill here would be something to build off for this Wildcat team in the first period that has not shown a whole lot, as Yurtis gets it across and Utah will just dump it in. Fisher can't take his man, but it comes down to him, tries to clear it, hits Marquis in the back. That one stays in. Now good battle there from Fisher to get it out.
That was a beautiful clear.
So 10 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Wildcats. Just a good, hard effort there. So we'll see if, Utah might sit back a little bit after this 2-goal lead or if they keep the pressure on. Sofrino breaks that one up, and now the Wildcats get back to even strength. But it's Utah with a quick shot off the side of the net. Bounces almost out in front, but to the side of Sepinen. And now Matthew Marquis will try to pressure Dix.
A little weird of a board bounce there.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate there, but Gibney not able to get it in deep, but Utah causing some problems in the neutral zone for the Wildcats. Music will dump it in. Fisher chips out, no one home.
There's that European style, getting it straight to the defenseman to get that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, quick breakouts are going to be so important here to get this Utah team out of their system, force them to play in an uncomfortable way. Only 5:05 left in the first period. 2-0 Utah with goals coming from Ethan Light and Dylan Dix. And the Wildcats a little bit behind the 8 ball here as Jesse Lowell tries to throw Moeller into the U of A bench. Doesn't quite get the hit.
That was a great job of shutting them down before they hit the blue line.
Yeah, Jesse Lowell definitely stepping up into his captain role this season. Quick touch pass to Walker. Now Walker with Shively going down the other wing. Walker holds onto it. No puck support though as Utah is able to collapse everyone down low. Hard for Walker to be able to do much when he's got 5 men shadowing him.
Getting a little too pretty with the hands there. Got to move your feet, get away from the players.
Yeah, Hedgecote gets it deep. Walker still with the puck, but not able to handle it. Good support there from Shetland as he gets in there. Now Selman goes back to the point. Shively not able to corral that. So that will come almost all the way down. Wildcats looking for a quick re-entry here. Shetland will do that. Shetland around the near side. Tries to get that one out in front. Almost does to Selman. Kimmel, though, shovels that one behind the net. Utah will dump this one down. Heavy forecheck there from Michael and Wyatt Light. Now Ethan Light will dish it around. Only finds Malco. Now Shetland. He's got a little room, but at the end of a long shift, they're just gonna have to change out. So the Wildcats with a little bit of sustained pressure, but the line changes have been a little bit interesting so far. Now it's Ethan Light with a big burst of speed over the blue line, goes around Matthew Hull. Great recovery there from Matthew Hull to get a stick on that one.
Yeah, that was a 3-on-2. Glad to see the forwards hustling back to make that line, make it a 3-on-3.
And a quick little nifty shot there from Ethan Light, almost wrong foot Sepinen, but he's able to get a blocker on it. Now the Wildcats pinned in their zone. Wyatt Light's able to get it, turn with it, almost gets it out in front. And now it's going to be Matthew Hull looking to break it out to Will Josephson. Josephson gets it over to Malco. Josephson now waits, back to Ziegler. Ziegler's shot blocked in the zone by Dix, I believe, but Connor Ziegler all alone in the slot, not able to get that puck there.
Yeah, since you had two forwards on the edge of the goalpost right there, you definitely want to shoot that low so it pops out on one of the pads.
Yeah, Dylan Dix lays the body down to make sure there's no easy lane for that shot, but 2:31 left in the first period. Wildcats down 2-0, looking to rally here. They try to get it up to Marquis, just not able to. Now Carter for Utah. They can't get it out of the zone, almost knocked down at the line by Ziegler, but Utah's able to recover. Now Miller over to Gephardt. Gephardt, shot glove save, Sepinen. So those two goals that we've seen from Utah, one of them shot from the point tip, and the other one an absolute 1-on-0 against Sepinen. So neither of those goals you're going to blame Sep for, but the Wildcats are going to need to bring some offensive support for their goaltending tonight, something they struggled with last night.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing Sepinen fall back into his into the paint a little bit. He needs to step back out and gain that confidence again.
So now Utah, another quick shot from the point. That goes behind the net. They try to get it out in front. Sepinen finds it, puts the glove on it, stops play. 2:03 left in the first period. Wildcats down 2-0. And these are the type of emotional bounce back wins that every national championship capable team is going to be able to have throughout the season. So the tests early can pay dividends towards the latter half of the season, but tough lessons to learn on home ice. Wildcats with a lot of hockey left to get something done, though. Now behind the net, Langenbrunner tries to go out in front, and that one goes all the way over the blue line. Utah will have to reset. Minute 45 left. So now Utah goes down the boards. They're able to get into the zone. Now Moeller looks across the slot. Big shot there, and what a glove save Sepinen.
Yeah,
makes that look easy.
That was definitely a miscommunication with the defenseman. You never want to see an open guy on the weak side.
I mean, he's on his strong side there, waiting for that one-timer. They get the pass across to him, and Nicholas Sepinen showing, hey, guys, you can get me to some support. I'll keep you in this game. But a very athletic split flash of the glove save there.
Yeah, he definitely moved from post to post really, really fast on that.
I thought that one genuinely went high and wide, but nope, just Sepinen snagged it. So now Lowell tries to throw a little high saucer pass. Walker just not able to corral it. So now Ethan Light skates around in his own zone, trying to open up some space, shadowed by Walker. Now Logan Jackson tries to get up to the middle, nothing going. The Light brothers heavy on the forecheck. Good communication there from the Wildcats. 1 minute left in the period. So Wildcats look to maybe at least get out of this period with a little bit of confidence. Ethan Light, quick shot right into the chest of Sepinen. So after Chad Berman had really demanded a faster start from this Wildcat team, not able to quite get there yet, but Utah playing with a lot more pace than last night as well.
Yeah, definitely their hitting is changing the game right now. That's why they're up 2 points.
So Michael in to take the face-off against Selman. Less than 1 minute left in the period. Wildcats looking to build on something to get into the second. So they're going to wave out Michael and Selman. Maybe Jesse Lowell. Nope, Selman's the only one to get throws out. Oh, a little bit of rearrange. Okay. Now let's drop the puck. Michael wins that back one to Dix. Utah quick shot from the point, double deflection, almost comes right out to Wyatt Light. Shot there from Ethan Light, 49 seconds left in the period. Big hit there. And it looks like that one's gonna be another penalty on the Wildcats here. So the Wildcats talking about needing to build some momentum going into the third.
It looks like that was just a high sticking call for.
Played with a high stick, so they blow the play dead.
That was on Utah.
Stay in the U of A zone.
U of A, sorry.
Yep. So Selman in to take the face-off against Utes. Selman able to win that one. Back to Overland. He'll find Lowell. Lowell, quick touch pass to Walker. Now Walker with Selman. Walker waits, holds. Little saucer pass over to Overland.
Beautiful play right there.
Not much time left in the period, 28 seconds. What can the Wildcats do in the Utah zone? Down to Overland. Back to Hull at the point. Over to Overland. Waits, one-timer. Save Kimmel. So Dylan Walker there with some great bit of vision and patience to find Overland coming down the wing. Just not able to get a A-plus offensive chance, but getting those shots from the point, testing Kimmel is going to be the only way to break through this 2-goal deficit at the moment.
Yeah, I'm seeing Kimmel move his head around, making sure he can see the puck up on the point every single time.
Getting bodies out in front of him, taking away his eyes. That's how the Utes were able to break through on their first goal. Wildcats really need to try to get into those greasy areas, force some scrambles, get guys nervous. So Malco in to take the face-off. Utes goes down, and Utah is able to come away with it. 15 seconds left in the period. Now Miller in all alone. Little missed stick handle, can't hold on to it. 8 seconds left in the period. Fisher trying to maybe get one last rush. Long shot on Kimmel. Doesn't handle that one too well. And now there's going to be a scrum out in front as two Wildcat players come in. Utah takes exception to that. Cosden's going to come over to his teammate, grab him. You do not want to head into this third period shorthanded, especially over something, a little nothing play like that.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have a little physicality in front of the net, but you definitely don't want to pull a penalty.
No, the
really
chippiness.
Get into the heads of the opposing team.
Yeah, the chippiness is something every hockey fan appreciates, but you know, in those scrums, it's always just such a throw at the dartboard of who's going to get pulled out of that scrum for a penalty.
Yeah, and you never know what the ref sees, so you could get pulled for a penalty just by standing there. So it's a little dangerous. You
see so often with retaliatory penalties, the first one doesn't get seen, ref starts paying attention, and as soon as they see that retaliatory call or that retaliatory punch or cross check or slash, whatever it might be, so disciplined hockey is going to be huge. And that will do it for the period. Quick shot there by Cosden up on Kimmel. Sandoval is going to get it into a little bit with Music. So after the first period, your Wildcats down 2-0. So Garrett, with your defensive acumen as a hockey player, what did you see from the Wildcats here that needs to be tightened up in the second?
Definitely straight out of the gate, the Utah team really had physicality, and we're shutting down a lot of our plays inside the neutral zone and offensive zone, especially in the defensive zone with our defense, making sure that we don't leave just one man behind. You want to be very cautious of the play going on in the neutral zone, making sure that you don't have any open players.
Yeah, and that second goal that came shorthanded, just pressure at the blue line. Dylan Dix comes back all the way all alone, but a lot of hockey left here to play at the Tucson Arena. Sebastian Janik with Garrett Kane. Stick with us for the start of the second period. This is Wildcat Hockey.
so I'm gonna dance till dawn. You should dance with me, 'cause there's no other way till dawn. Don't stop dancing, move like crazy, 'cause this baby is your last track. Push your hands to dance now, this work is already fucked up. Not around, so I'm gonna dance till dawn. You should dance with me, 'cause there's no other way till dawn. Don't stop dancing, move like crazy, 'cause this baby is your last track. Push your hands to dance now, this work is already fucked up. I'm not around, so I'm gonna dance, dance.
Welcome back. We're going into the second period. We have a score is going to be 2-0 Utah. Let's see if we can bring it back this period. Looks like we were a little rusty in the beginning of the game. Hopefully we can bring it back, making sure that we are shutting down the middle of the ice inside our defensive zone, really shutting down those plays, and just keeping the overall intensity up for this game.
Alrighty, we are getting ready for the drop of the puck on the second period. A bit of a disappointing first there for the Wildcats. We'll have a quick interview with Jesse Lowell at some point during the broadcast, and that unhappiness from the first period is reflected in his face in that interview. Not the start the Wildcats were looking for, but 40 minutes still left here to play, a lot of hockey, and the Wildcats will have to have a bounce back period here. So Sebastian Janik joined in the booth by Garrett Kane. And let's get ready for the drop of the puck on the second period. Utah is able to win that one off the draw. They try to go through the neutral zone, can't get it through. Jesse Lowell gets tied up by two men, but the Wildcats are able to recover. Walker not able to handle that one along the near boards. And Jesse Lowell gets hit up high inside the blue line. He's down, slow to get up, but now he's going to look to take out some of that aggression. But Jesse Lowell, Utah making it rough on him.
Yeah, you definitely want to be careful with that boost of adrenaline there. Make sure you don't draw a penalty.
Yeah. So delayed offsides here for Utah. Wildcats try to go up through the middle. Selman not able to get a stick on it, and that will go down for icing. So Jesse Lowell with a bit of a rough start to the second period.
Yeah, first period, I definitely want to give him a shout out. He was really pushing through the neutral zone, making sure that play got into the offensive zone.
Yeah, Jesse Lowell, just an absolute workhorse on and off the ice. Why he was named the captain of this program after Anthony Cusinelli moved on last season. Tradition of great captains here at the University of Arizona. And they look to him often to provide the energy and the offense. Some other guys are going to have to step up. So Dylan Walker, now if he can get to this first. He's got Lowell on the other wing. They try to go across. Jesse Lowell with a shot right in on Kimmel's chest, but a great job there by Dylan Walker to create some offense, get Jesse Lowell some open space to skate into and get a shot on Kimmel.
Yeah, that was definitely almost a 5-hole. You definitely don't want to see that on any goalie. Definitely really gets in their head.
But good to see Jesse Lowell able to recover after going down a little bit slow early in the period. He pops right back up, gets a scoring chance here. So Shetland on the wing of Malco. So Malco in to take the face-off against Michael. So offensive zone face-off here for the Wildcats. Malco able to get that one back to the point. Now Matthew Hull. Shetland behind the net. Sandoval out in front. Almost a chance for Malco. Just can't get the shot off. But now Matthew Hull down the near boards. Back to Sandoval.
That definitely shows right there the offensive defenseman right there up in the play.
Yeah, Matthew Hull down below the dots. Got to make sure those forwards cover for him. Utah trying to get this one out. All they find is U of A. Jared Overland with a quick chance save. Kimmel. And now Shetland with another chance down by the dot. Shetland waits. Back to the point. Overland over to Hull. Quick shot almost deflected out in front. Good shift here.
That was a great one-timer.
Good shift here from this second line. Utah is able to scramble. Can't get out of the zone though. Ryan Malco, great effort there. Gets it over. Quick shot save Kimmel. And the net gets popped off there. Sandoval, he gets pushed into the net. That one goes flying. Play will be blown dead. But a great response here by the Wildcats in the first minute 45 of this second period.
Yeah, it looks like the communication between the defensemen and the forwards are a lot better this period, and they're really getting the puck around inside the zones.
Yeah, once we get a little break in the action here, we'll cut to that quick interview with Jesse Lowell. Want to make sure we don't miss anything, though, as the Wildcats are in the offensive zone. So maybe once Utah is able to get the puck out, we'll go over to that interview real quick. But for now, we'll stay in the offensive zone. Malco waits patiently for the face-off to happen. Good job there by Shetland in support. They go back to the point. Hull over to Shetland, tied up by Logan Jackson.
Yeah, Overland needs to watch that exactly that play right there.
So Seppinen out to play this one. Little bit of an adventure there, but able to get it over to Hull. Hull can't get it up the boards though, and Wyatt Light's gonna look to get onto this one. He pushes Overland off the puck. Battle comes out in front, Seppinen, and that one is quick over the blocker and into the net. A little bit of a broken play there, and Seppinen not able to react quickly enough, so Utah is gonna go up 3-0 in this game.
Yeah, that play definitely started. Jared Overland was a little biased on the left side here, close boards, and allowed that other player to get that clean break.
So on that note, after that goal, let's cut to the interview with Jesse Lowell, where he expressed a little bit of his frustration that I'm guessing is starting to mount here along this whole Wildcat team.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. Our energy.
So Wildcats, I think the audio was a little bit off on that video, so we'll try to get that fixed for you on the broadcast, but for now we'll go back to the live action. Wildcats down 3-0 here in the second period. This is going to be a battle for the U of A to get back into this game tonight, but they're going to have to show what they're made of. Now Connor Ziegler strips the puck back to the point. Cosden, quick shot, glove saved by Kimmel. Josephson gives Kimmel a little knock on the glove. Kimmel doesn't like that. But the Wildcats definitely going to have to try to generate some more offense from any way that they can. So definitely a very different game than we saw last night on Friday. The Wildcats struggling here. But anything can happen in hockey. That's why we love the game so much. Those 3-goal leads can disappear really quickly, so the Wildcats will look to erode it here on this shift. Josephson has to tag up and wait, and Utah will set up in their zone and look for the breakout through the neutral zone. Logan Jackson dumps it in. Glove side is Seppinen. Cosden gets there first, but Utah heavy on the forecheck. Litwin tied up with Moeller. He gets knocked down by Gibney.
Yeah, Litwin did a great job of getting back up on his feet and getting back in the play.
And now Wildcats trying to take advantage of Utah being in deep. Dick's able to knock it down at the line. Good keep in there by Utah. Cosden gets it over to his D partner Fisher. Wildcats struggling to get out of the zone here, but now they got a little bit of open room. Good effort there by Josephson to at least get that puck out of the net. Out of the, luckily not out of the net, out of the zone. Josephson can't get a touch on that one, but it's in on Kimmel. Kimmel plays it a bit interestingly. Utah, a little bit of miscommunication there. Wildcats trying to pounce on it. Not able to take advantage. It's Sofrino in on the forecheck all alone.
Sofrino's really putting that work in on the offensive zone, making sure they don't get a clean break.
It's going to be a lot of work to be done in this game, up and down this lineup. That one goes all the way down for icing. And this one will come back to the U of A zone. 15:57 left in the second period. Wildcats down 3-0. Ethan Light with 2 goals and Dylan Dix with the third. One of those coming shorthanded. That shorthanded goal is looking real important in the timeline of this game with how it's shaken out here in the second period. But Wildcats have to stay composed and prove that they're a club that can fight through adversity. So now Utah able to win the faceoff. Not cleanly though. Quick shot from the point, deflected out high. Ethan Light takes a bump along the boards. Wyatt Light tries to go out in front. That one gets through Lusby. Quick shot again. Utah really enjoying those shots from the point, looking for tips down deep and rebounds. Battle along the boards here. Wildcats pinned in their own zone. Lusby almost gets run there, able to stay on his feet. Now Lusby will look to break it out. Tries to get it over to Marquis, can't get it through Utah on the linesman. So now Hedgecote for the U of A. Tries to get up through. Lusby in support, almost gets it through to Selman, but nothing going. Wyatt Light's able to pick that puck up in a quick burst of speed here from Wyatt Light.
That was great hustle by Marquis right there.
Quick shot by Ethan Light up into the chest protector of Seppinen. And the Wildcats will be on the back foot again in their own zone.
Yeah, it looks like Utah's being a little sneaky with in front of the net. They're kind of going to the edge and kind of bringing a player into the paint there. And the Wildcats need to watch out for that.
Yeah, looking for those crash net plays. Utah has scored in different ways so far in this game. Difficult goals for Seppinen to stop, though. I don't really know if you blame him too much on any of those three. First goal, tip. Second goal, breakaway. Third goal, just broken play that kind of just gets chipped up in the air and over the top of him. But now Dix for Utah. He'll dish it around. Takes a big hit there from Jesse Lowell, looking to establish his physical presence. Now Hull looks to break it out through everyone. Walker will try to beat out the icing, doesn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, definitely laying the bodies on the points there really gets in the defensive head.
Yeah, you want Utah looking over their shoulder, not knowing what's coming next, whether it's a hit.
Yeah, you start getting skittish with the puck and you start making mistakes, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah, especially in your home building, you really want to see some level of dominance established and some pushback. Dix quick fakes the shot, hits his own player out in front, but this one still gets it on Seppinen, and he has to dive on that.
That was definitely the European goaltending right there. Really going super far out of the net to get that save.
Out of his crease, but at least he's decisive with it, hops on that puck. And Utah really only scored one clear-cut, beautiful goal, but even that's a defensive breakdown of the blue line on the power play, comes back the other way, and Dix goes bar down on Seppinen. But the Wildcats have, proven they can score a lot this season, much higher scoring games than last season. And now the Wildcats, even though they're down 3-0, there's not a sense that they're completely out of it. But getting one back here in the second will be huge to build some momentum. Lowell tries a little touch pass, doesn't get through. That one gets blasted in, but gets knocked down. Walker trying to hold on to it. He takes the hit to make a play. Now Lowell's going to try to get in there. Jesse Lowell causing some havoc in the offensive zone, but Utah is able to get the outlet, scoop it up through the neutral zone.
I'm seeing with the Wildcats, they're kind of leaving the man behind. They don't really have an F2 inside the offensive zone, so Utah's kind of getting the play out really quick.
Yeah, the outs are a little bit too easy for them right now. If they're able to get it past that first or second forechecker, there's not much coming behind it. And now Fisher, bad turnover. Miller with a shot, blocker save, Seppinen. Little too many dangles in the defensive zone, but now the Wildcats Sandoval over the line. tries to get it to Fisher. Big shot from Sandoval. That hits a player, gets knocked down. Hard to find lanes to the ice when there's guys laying in them, but some offensive lights out of this Wildcats team after Sepinen makes a big save on a turnover. So Sepinen out to play it, gets it around. Too far for Cosden, though. Goes to Utah. They can't corral it, but Langenbrunner gets it back. Pops
Yeah,
out of
Utah's
the
really,
zone.
really using the boards to get that puck around, get it away from the Wildcats.
And now maybe a burst of speed, just not able to keep the handle, but now a chance for Malco. Malco tries to go through his man, doesn't get there. Not enough support coming with Malco over the blue line. Feels right now if Utah is able to interrupt that first puck carrier, it's hard for the U of A to get the second guy on there. Josephson tries the behind the back pass. Gets another chance.
Looks like this line's having a little bit of a communication issue. They're usually buzzing.
Yeah,
A lot of these players played for a long time.
Ziegler almost Ron Fuchs Kimmel there. Chance from Litwin up high, glove save Kimmel. Josephson in a battle out front with Music and two other Utah players. Refs will get in and break that one up, but Josephson trying to stir some chaos up in front of the net.
I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but this is my favorite line right here, especially with Ziegler and Josephson, especially because I played with them.
Maybe a little bit of broadcaster bias built in, but who up here in the booth doesn't have a little bit of that?
Definitely want to encourage them to get a goal right here.
Yeah, Litwin and Ziegler have had some of the best pace we've seen so far in this game, and Josephson's always willing to battle. It's a matter of if they'll get rewarded as Ethan Light tries to fly through the blue paint. So Josephson now can't corral it, pressured by a Utah player. And Litwin will look to break it out. He can't get away from Michael.
Litwin's doing a great job of really being patient with the puck and making a good play. Clean breakout.
Yeah, they try to hit Ziegler with the outlet pass just a little bit off the mark. The Wildcats with 11:55 left in this second period, down 3 goals. That one hits the back of Litwin. Quick shot by Wyatt Light. That one's just off the shoulder of Sepinen. And those chances being developed out of plays that don't look too dangerous. And a hand pass here. Blow play dead. Haven't been a lot of whistles this game. A lot of quick pace here. 11:44 left in the second period. Chad Berman and I'm guessing everyone up and down this bench looking for a little bit more out of this Wildcat team. 51 minutes or 31 minutes left of hockey to play though. Lots of time.
Yeah, lots of time to turn this 3-goal differential around.
And we saw what the Wildcats could do defensively last night. Just a little bit more offense coming out of Utah. Wildcats trying to match it. Now here's a chance. They try to go out in front. Quick tip by Marquis. Just goes wide on Kimmel. They run it around the boards. Pinch here from Overland. Back out to Lusby. Lusby, quick wrist shot right into the chest. Kimmel holds that one. No rebound. And U of A will get an offensive zone face-off here. Yeah, going low on Kimmel, trying to get those rebound opportunities. We've had guys out in front of the Wildcats have had players out in front of the net ready to jam something home, but the rebounds just haven't been that abundant. Kimmel's done a good job controlling the rebounds that we have generated.
Yeah, and definitely with Lusby bringing that pass back to Overland. Definitely takes a lot of chemistry to do that.
Yeah, nice little back and forth there, and Lusby will try to get something done against Logan Jackson. 5 players down deep along the boards, puck tied up. And Utes for Utah is able to come away with it. Utes over to Logan Jackson. Logan Jackson tries to go middle, almost hits Miller, doesn't connect. Now the Wildcats try to get up the other way. 2-on-2. Quick shot there, right into the chest of Kimmel. He'll hold that one.
That was a great play by Hull, really turning that 3-on-2 into a 2-on-2. Just taking away space in front of the net.
Yeah, and Hull, one of the players who was able to help generate the only goal that the U of A was able to score on Anderson last night. Second goal coming empty netter from Jesse Lowell. 10:51 left in the second period. Wildcats down 3-0 to the Utah Utes. Wildcats looking to avoid the tie series at home. They were hoping the brooms would come out, but they're still in the closet right now.
Looks like the defense are really supporting each other.
And it's definitely good to see those defensemen activate and get a little bit aggressive, but now it's Dylan Walker. Tries to drag it to the middle, does, gets around Music, gets a shot on Kimmel. Good job there by Dylan Walker. He gets tackled down to the ice. Now Selman, he tries to dish it around. That one goes straight to Walker. He doesn't know it's there. Music in a battle with Walker. Walker able to get it. Over to Selman. Selman out front, tries to go 5-hole. Kimmel blocks that one. Selman gets dumped. And Utah scrambling a bit there, having to throw the body. Wildcat players flying everywhere, but no calls on the play. Good offensive chance, though, down deep for Selman and Walker. And now it's Fisher with the rush all the way down the ice. Looks, tries to find Shetland. Little bit too obvious there, I think. Utah had that one. Langenbrunner gets in there and throws a little slash into the ribs. Not a whole lot of protection there under the chest protector.
Yeah, it looks like the ref got a little stick to the face there.
Langenbrunner a little bit feisty there. Protecting the goalie or being a bit too aggressive, it all depends on your perception.
Yeah, it was definitely good that there was a stoppage there because somebody would have drew a penalty.
And the refs have definitely been lenient. There's not been a drastic need to put the arms up over everything, and we'll see how that continues throughout the period, but Malco in to take the face off.
Yeah, it's definitely a slippery slope because if you let it go too much, it could get dangerous.
Yeah, there's definitely a onus on the refs to protect these players from themselves. And
that was a great play by Sepinen, getting that to the defense.
But unfortunately, Utah's able to get this in. They try to go deep. This comes back up to the point. Utah working it up high. Logan Jackson now goes down below the dots. Tries to do a back and forth, but now maybe a chance for the U of A, but Michael gets a stick on that and breaks up any possible odd man rush. So now Malco hits Sandoval. Sandoval in against Logan Jackson. Josephson can't corral that. Big shot there from Shively, a bit of a headhunter, but a big shot there. Hedgecoke not able to control that. Now it's Wyatt Light. Can he get to this one first? Good job by Shively to not give up on that play, chop the puck away. Now the Wildcats will look to break it out again. Will Josephson, 3-on-1. If he can get some support, tries to drop the pass a little bit too far in front of Overland. Good support from Sandoval. Sandoval with a quick shot. That one gets knocked down before it gets to Kimmel. Now Overland over to Hull. Hull, wait, shot. Doesn't make it through to the net, but the Wildcats getting some good offensive pressure here. Now they go back to the point again. Hull waits out Ethan Light. Shot out in front. Good chance there from Josephson on the doorstep tip. Can't quite get it.
That was very good, being patient on that play, making sure you got a nice shot to the goal.
Yeah, Matthew Hull, a player with great vision from the point, able to find those shooting lanes. Waits out Ethan Light and gets a puck on net. A bit of a hook there on Jared Overland, but nothing called once again. So now Will Josephson, oh, he tries to get through and he gets leg on leg tripped up, and that is going to be a penalty. And Josephson gets in. He's looking for a little bit of revenge. Josephson that recovered from a broken femur in the offseason. A terrible injury for a player to have to go through.
Yeah, that definitely hit home right there.
And Dylan Dick sinks out the leg on him. He's going to go to the box, and Josephson's going to go too.
Like we said before, that second call is always going to be called.
Yeah, for Josephson, I can understand the frustration at taking a hit like that. But unfortunately, he's going to go to the box here. And I think it's going to be 4 minutes for each player, it looks like. So we're going to have 4 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey.
Yeah, it's going to be a double minor on both sides.
Or the refs might be signaling. Oh,
looks like it's just going to be 2 on both sides and 1 coincidental.
Yes, they were signaling.
Never mind, 2.
Yeah, so they were signaling 4-on-4 hockey. But since the Utah player took the first infraction, I'm guessing why that's going to come down into the Utah zone. So more open ice here. That one blown dead off the face-off.
Yeah, you never want to see a knee-to-knee hit. Those are one of the most painful and most injury-prone hits.
Yeah, we've seen those ruin many a career throughout my time watching professional hockey, but luckily Will Josephson no worse for wear. Would have maybe liked to see him be a little bit calmer to get the U of A on a power play, but it's easy to say that standing up here when I don't have someone almost breaking my leg. But U of A looks to cycle up at the point. They go down behind the net. Lowell and Selman get there first. Good job by Overland there to not overly pinch, but it's going to still be a 3-on-2. Langenbrunner trying to go one-on-one Overland. Overland says no.
This is where a lot of the skill comes out with the players. You have a lot more open ice, a lot more things to do.
Yeah, Matthew Hull turns away from his man. He leads the rush, gets it over to Jesse Lowell. Quick shot, Kimmel with the rebound, doesn't hold on to it. That was Overland with the shot. Now it's going to be Utah bringing it back up. Minute 15 left on this 4-on-4. Gibney for the offensive zone. Some open Utah players.
Yeah, it looks like Jesse Lowell's playing defense. That really shows you how diverse of a player he is.
Definitely a 200-foot player.
That's why he's the captain.
As a little bit of a bad turnover there. Utah will have to switch up though, tag up on the offside. So Wildcats with a little bit of a lucky break there on that line change, but it's fresh legs for Tyler Shetland. Tyler Shetland over the line, goes around his man, tries to come out in front, quick shot, saved by Kimmel. Tyler Shetland, though, great burst of speed to the outside, drags it back. Quick shot, Kimmel with the save. Now Fisher. He goes down the wing, looks for the middle. Fisher back to the point. Cosden, shot goes wide, comes back out in front, but the Wildcats are below the goal line, and now it's going to be Utah coming up with speed. Ethan Light against Fisher. Fisher gets this block, drops the stick, but picks it up, and it looks like Utah is going to be taking a penalty here. Knocks the sticks out of the hands of Ryan Fisher. Bit of an undisciplined play there by Utah. 4-on-4 is over. That one's going to come out. Utah is going to head to the box, and the Wildcats are going to be going on the power play here. Fisher had already dropped his stick, so throwing it across the ice even further, not the most necessary thing in the world, and the refs will remind Ethan Light of that, who will take another trip to the penalty box. He'll get a little bit of a cheer from the Wildcat faithful here down by the penalty boxes.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the play change with the 4-on-4 because you're playing man-on-man instead of area playing.
I thought the Wildcats were much more dominant on the 4-on-4. A little bit better decision making there with the ice open.
Yeah, the Wildcats have very good special teams. They definitely practice that in practice.
So 6:05 left in the second period. Wildcats down 3-0, but on the Hogan Transportation power play, now Walker out at the point. Waits for some lanes to open up. Walker over to Selman. Quick shot, glove saved by Kimmel.
Josephson doing a great job of being in the screen in front of that net, making sure that Kimmel does not see the puck.
Yeah, Will Josephson going to the tough areas, takes that hard hit from Dix, but does not deter him whatsoever. Will Josephson, a very tough player. He goes back to the point. Fisher over to Walker. Walker to Fisher to Lowell. Back to Fisher. Wildcats trying to set something up here, but being kept to the outside. Walker waits, shoots, hits the side of the net. Good shot there from Walker, just a little bit off the mark.
That's a really hard shot to get off.
Fisher playing catch with Lowell. Fisher down to Walker. Minute 23 left. Quick shot there from Selman. Quick whistle there from the referee. Kimmel was not able to control that one, but as soon as the ref lost sight of the puck, he blew it dead.
That almost slipped through Kimmel's 5-hole right there.
Yeah, he was a little bit unsure. I think he thought that one was a little bit more up in the chest, starts moving the legs around, it squirts out. But the Wildcats generating some good chances here from the point and high in the slot.
Yeah, that's why it's crucial for the shots up on the point to keep them down low. It's really hard to see through sticks and knees.
And bodies, yeah. Now Hull, Overland just not able to control that one. Little bit of a hard pass there from Hull, so the Wildcats will have to set up with a minute 10 left on the power play. Hull away from dueling number 13, Wyatt Light. Overland will just settle things down. Over to Shetland. Shetland not able to get that one, but Overland in support, and now Malco can get over the line. Tries to go deep. Shetland in against Michael. Good job there from Malco to stick with that puck. 40 seconds left on the power play.
Looks like Cosden is playing forward now.
Yeah, they got him down deep right now, but now Overland with a quick shot. That one gets blocked by Dix up high before it gets to Kimmel. 27 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats, quick shot. Kimmel never sees that one. That one comes off the post, back out in front. Squirts through the slot. Hold is not able to get it on net, but the Wildcats finally generating some dangerous chances.
Yeah, that was definitely a great choice on Berman for putting Cosden down low. He's definitely a big player, putting it in front of Kimmel.
Yeah, Cosden, a big, strong body.
He's really solid on his feet, so he's not going to get knocked down in front of the net.
I mean, I remember the good old days of the Bruins putting Zdeno Chara out in front of the goalie on the power play back when Big Z rolled out there on that 5-man unit. But you put a 6'9" guy in front of a goalie, 7 foot on skates, it's going to be hard to see those shots from the point. So Selman tries to win that one. That one ends up in the linesman feet. Over to Jesse Lowell, can't quite get the shot off. They'll go back to the point. Now Walker, 10 seconds left on the power play. Fisher over to Lowell, back to Fisher. Quick shot there to multiple deflections, just goes high on the glove side. Net is off its mooring, so that one will get blown dead. And Ethan Light's gonna have to serve one more second in the box of shame. Not able to hop out quite yet, so the Wildcats not able to generate a goal, but certainly some good offensive pressure, something to start with at least.
Yeah, the really quick point passes is really making the Utah move around in the zone and making them get out of a position.
And I think those shots from the point are going to be a key against Kimmel, who has looked good when the rebounds are up high, or the shots are up high, but down low there's been some opportunities. Lusby tries to get a quick one off. Can't get a stick on it, so Ethan Light out of the box. Logan Jackson tries to hit Miller coming over the blue line with speed. Sepinen not able to get a lot on that one, but just enough. Lusby chips it up the boards. And now some open space for Shively. Shively, he'll just dump that one on as Dix closed off the space quickly. Good job there by Matthew Marquis to get in on the forecheck. Now Lusby tries to get around the net, nothing going. Utes just throw that one up into the slot. Great job by Shively. Gets it over to Lusby. He dishes it back. Quick shot. Kimmel with the pad save. Great setup there from Josh Lusby finding Matthew Marquis, but now a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Shively on the back check. Miller over, and they score. That's going to be a hat trick for Ethan Light as he gives it to the U of A fans, but a broken play. Shively not able to get on the back check. A 2-on-1 and some patience there from Miller and Ethan Light, and they bury that one to make it 4-0.
I wasn't sure who the defenseman was back there, but that was a tricky play, the pass back from the weak side.
Yeah, you've got Hedgecock and Shively on that pairing. Puck goes the other way. They're not able to get on the back check, and Utah with just too much speed. So with 3:15 left in the second, 4-0 Utah. The Wildcats have got to be looking for some answers here. Not playing a bad hockey game by any means, but the scoreline is not going well for them at the moment. Ethan Light with a hat trick. So now Logan Jackson. Walker tries to get it on him. Selman with a huge hit on Logan Jackson. Maybe that can spark this team a little bit. Hole with a good hit. Now Selman, if he can get onto this one, Selman takes a big hit but reverses it on Jackson. Walker gets to it first.
Selman's feeling that after that hit.
Yeah, Selman's a little bit shaken up there.
Yeah, that reverse hit didn't seem like the best positioning for both of them.
Now Moeller with it, tries to go to the middle. Lowell cuts that one off. Selman in a lot of pain down there on the bench. That's going to be a tough loss for the Wildcats to recover from if he's not able to get back out there. But now Malco. It's got to be next man up. That's the way it always is in hockey. So Shetland getting in there, gives some room to Walker. Almost able to control it, but just can't quite get the handle. Now it's going to be Moeller going against Fisher. Moeller in, waits all the way. Tries to go behind the back of Sepinen. He extends the pad.
That was great read by Sepinen, making sure he stays on that post and reading that play.
Yeah, Moeller fully committed to that shot all the way through. Had some passing options, but when you're up 4-0, it's a little bit easier to not overthink it and just go for the simple play. So the Wildcats now, Shetland over to Malco. A little bit behind him, but he's able to get it into the Utah zone. So quick up there over the blue line. Quick shot, Ethan Light, saved by Sepinen. And this might be Sepinen's first game of the TCC, but I've got a feeling he's got some better ones in the future. And these goals that he's given up have been not goals that you expect many goaltenders to stop. Breakaway, 2-on-1, tip shot, broken play out in front. He certainly hasn't played a sloppy game. It's just Utah has been the more offensively dynamic team so far in the Tucson Arena on Saturday night.
Yeah, hockey is definitely a team sport, and it's not all up to the goalie to make sure that they win the game.
But now a big chance for the U of A. All in on his own. Duke Litwin not able to shovel that one. Connor Ziegler and Duke Litwin with a great burst of speed over the blue line. But Kimmel holds his ground. And the chippiness is definitely there, a lot more than we saw last night.
Yeah, they're definitely taking numbers this game.
So while we've got a little bit of the break and play here, let's cut to that interview that we took after the first period with Jesse Lowell. With the score being 4-0, I'm guessing the sentiments are similar. We'll be right back with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. Our energy wasn't the best, wasn't the great start that we wanted, but we just got to move our feet and, pucks will start going our way.
Alrighty, we are back. So Litwin can't win that face-off. Comes out to Hedgecote though, quick shot in on Kimmel, no rebound. And after every whistle here, we'll see just how much these two teams decide to go at it.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a little dirty inside of front of the net.
And hopefully that animosity can provide a little bit of a spark for this Wildcat team.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's affecting Kimmel at all.
Yeah, so Selman hops over the boards, not laboring too much, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out on the ice after that hit.
Selman, such a dominant player for this Wildcat hockey team. We'll see how he looks in this first shift back after that rough hit. Selman, quick little chance, almost wrong foots Kimmel. Puck is still loose. Walker trying to get it back out in front. Lowell trying to get back out in front. That one gets blocked all the way down, and that's going to be a penalty on Utah. Walker takes a punch high up to the face by Dylan Dix.
That was a great job at Walker keeping his head for that play.
Plays a little bit of the antagonist, but not too much. Oh, my apologies. That's not Dylan Dix. That's going to be Music going to the box. So with 59 seconds left in the second period, the Wildcats will go back on the power play, something that has not been able to break through so far. Utah has been taking some very undisciplined penalties, and you really need to make them pay if they're going to play like this. So Selman out with Josephson, Walker, Fisher, and Lowell. They hold that one, so Walker, nice little move there. Gets it down to Josephson, back to Walker.
That was a great use of space on Walker.
Quick shot there from Fisher. They try to get the deflection. Doesn't quite get there. That one heads straight over the glass. In the ACHA, there is no delay of game, unfortunately. So this will stay 5-on-4. 1:44 left in the power play. 42 seconds left in the period. Brody Selman in to take the face-off against Donovan, I believe. So Fisher over to Lowell. Fisher now. Walker back to Fisher. 32 seconds left in the period.
Looks like we have the what we like to call the umbrella for the power play. It's really working right now.
Oh, Lowell over to Walker. Quick shot. Blocker saved by Kimmel. Great setup there between Walker and Lowell. But Kimmel able to punch that one.
Yeah, the goal of that play is to the top defenseman, Fisher, up there, draw him towards the blue line and get that cross-ice pass.
So for those of the fans watching who are wondering, yes, Tom Callahan moved on to a new position. We're so grateful for everything he did for this program. But Tom has moved on to some greener pastures as we stay here in Tucson. Well, is there many greener pastures? Josephson, quick shot, Kimmel with the save. So we'll have some different play-by-play people for you. 12 seconds left in the period. Another quick shot. That one gets through on the blocker side of Kimmel.
Looks like
Josephson taking a run there at a Utah player.
Looks like another penalty on Utah.
Utah definitely playing undisciplined right now, and the Wildcats need to make them pay. So it's going to be Dylan Dix this time going to the box to join his defensive partner, Music. So the captain for Utah in the box. 6 seconds left in the period. 5-on-3, minute and 8 seconds of 5-on-3, and then we will go to 5-on-4. So a great chance here for the Wildcats to get something back in this game. Only 6 seconds left, but they will come out in the third period on a fresh sheet of ice.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Utah is going to position themselves inside the zone.
So Lowell in to take the face-off. They can quick win it, maybe get one more opportunity before we get into this third period. They tie it up out to the point. Walker likes to pass over to Walker, needs to get the shot off. Quick shot blocked there. And that one is going to go in after the whistle. So Dylan Dix actually still out there. It's going to be Logan Jackson who went to the box. So at the end of the second period, 4-0 Utah. Wildcats, though, with a big chance 5-on-3 when they come out for the third period. Is there anything you saw there that was a bit of an improvement on that first period? The score line obviously not going the way the Cats wanted, but a little bit more offensive pop in that period.
Yeah, the Wildcats are obviously a smaller team than Utah. Utah's got some big bodies out there, and making sure that you shut them down and getting the body on them is definitely crucial to change the play around.
Yeah, a swing in momentum could do wonders for this Wildcat team, and you got to hope it starts with a power play goal early in the third. We will be back with the action in just about 18 minutes after the intermission. Stick with us, Sebastian Janet, Garrett Kane. This is Wildcat Hockey. Welcome back, Wildcat fans, to the Tucson Arena as we get set for the drop of the puck on the third period. Definitely been a little bit of a chaotic game for the Wildcats here as they come into the third period down 4-0. But they will be starting this period on a 5-on-3 power play and a fresh sheet of ice. Definitely a big opportunity here for the Wildcats. Garrett, just how important is it for the Wildcats to be able to establish something offensively at the beginning of this period?
It's the most important thing, especially in the first or the start of the period, to really bring up the intensity for the whole team and see how the other team reacts to that.
Yeah, the Wildcats here have a huge opportunity on the 5-on-3. They'll have to take the face-off at center ice, of course, but a big chance here. So Garrett, it's your first time up in the booth doing this for an entire game. How you felt so far?
I've been feeling pretty good. I've been saying a lot. I'm sure the viewers have been noticing that. I'm going to try to avoid saying that.
It's always good to be as confident as possible, even if that confidence is completely fabricated. That's how I get by up here, bud. So
yeah, I'm definitely loving the color.
So a lot of ice open here with the 5-on-3. Selman out here to start the third period. Good to see that. So 56 seconds on the 5-on-3. Jesse Lowell over the line to Lusby. Lowell skates back, waits, looks for a lane. Hole over to Walker. Walker to Hole. Walker, good shot there. Saved by Kimmel. Not able to get the shot off.
It's a great play by the.
And a goal! Dylan Walker goes bar down as the Wildcats play catch in the Utah zone. Too many passes, great patience there from the Wildcats, and Dylan Walker makes no mistake on the opportunity.
That's definitely what we want to see. The Wildcats closing the gap on the triangle right there. Making sure to keep that play up tight and get a good shot on net.
A lot of confidence there from the Wildcats to just set up the 5-on-3, take advantage of the time, space, utilize that patience, and the Wildcats are able to get one back here. So Wildcats down only 3 now in the third period. Minute and a half left on the power play. So Sepinen will control this one in his own zone. Fisher now. Jesse Lowell over the line. Lowell looks to go back to Selman, can't connect. Now Musick for Utah will throw that one all the way down. 19:05 left in the third period as the Wildcats have gotten one to cut this deficit down to 3. Good move here by Walker, gets it back to the blue line. Fisher able to hold it into the blue line, dangerous there, but a good job by Fisher to recover. Walker holds again, over to Fisher, down to Shetland. He'll wait, down to Selman. Selman circles at the dot, down low to Shetland. Good cycle here at the dots, but Fisher not able to corral that one off the skate, but Walker, good awareness there. He circles back quickly into the zone. Wildcats are changing. Walker on a solo mission. He gets shoved down to the ice. This one's still in the Utah zone.
That was one too many moves for Walker there.
Yeah, he's a very, very talented playmaker, but all alone like that, just not enough time and space. So the Wildcats, as this penalty expires, cut the deficit down by 1. That's the best start you could have hoped for. So the Wildcats with a little momentum here. 18 minutes of hockey left to play. Ethan Light over the line. Utah tries to go back to the middle. Cosden's the only one there. He'll settle it down. This one comes out. Malco can't corral it, but this one comes all the way down. Cosden on his horse, the defenseman, causing some offensive chaos. Josephson comes in support. Overland can't poke it down, but Matthew Hull, good awareness there to get to that puck first.
Yeah, it looks like Cosden is still transitioning a little bit with the defense to offense. It looks like he's kind of sitting down low in the defensive zone.
Cosden playing a little bit of an interesting role here. But Ziegler now has it in the corner. Wildcats can't get it out yet. Utah can't get it out yet. Good hit there by Will Josephson. He took that leg-on-leg hit in the second period. Good to see him feeling no worse for wear. Ziegler will chip that one in. Good little hit there by Duke Litwin, not allowing them any time and space, so they'll just have to knock that off the boards. And Shively almost able to glove it down, but can't quite do it. Langenbrunner tries to get it over to Moeller. He can't corral it. Now gloves the puck down to himself. Puck in the corner. Tries to get it out front. Shively's the only one there. He gets it to Marquis. Marquis takes a big hit there from Dix.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep your head up, especially on the blue line right there.
Yeah, Dylan Dix has been the most physical player for Utah in this game. Wildcats have a little bit of life here in the third, but still a long way to go, as that one will come all the way down for icing. So we'll be doing the post-game interview just a little bit differently, trying to utilize our resources here at the TCC and shoot it directly down on the ice level behind the banner. So stick to the broadcast for that after the game. So Garrett, you're the hockey guy. What are you seeing here from the Wildcats?
I'm definitely seeing a lot of miscommunication. Not everybody is hitting, and it's really changing how all the players play with each other, and just having different focus on the ice.
A long way to go in this game. The Wildcats still with some time to turn this scored line around. That one will come all the way around to Brody Selman. He's going to try to skate it out of the zone. Walker in support. Nice little move there by Walker to create some space. Just not able to pull it past the last man, but Cosden takes him off the puck. Wildcats are able to get it back. Selman takes a hard high hit at the bench. He's going to stay out there. Now a big opening for Wyatt Light, all on his own. Sepinen with a big glove save. Good hit there by Jesse Lowell. Now Walker tries to get through straight to Selman. Brody Selman in, shoots, gets blocked up high. Selman, Walker, and Lowell really trying to provide the offensive spark needed to get back in this game. Just not able to yet, but it's good to see them sticking with the program.
Yeah, I really like to see the intensity going into the offensive zone, but you do have to remember that you can't just go into the zone all by yourself. You have to have support, at least a passing option of some sort.
Yeah, the Wildcats a couple times have been able to get into the zone, but the support hasn't been behind them enough to take advantage of the second, third chance opportunities that are so important in terms of scoring. So, but now it's going to be Utah 3-on-2 across the line. Sepinen holds that one, and they will get a reset in the offensive zone. So Nicholas Sepinen not maybe having the start that he was hoping for, but without a doubt, no one is going to be blaming him for the way it's gone so far in this game. So Wildcats able to win this one in the offensive zone. Overland looks to fly Shetland. Now Shetland. 2-on-1. Shetland to the outside. Tries to go middle on Kimmel. Kimmel holds his ground. Shetland tries to get back out in front for another chance. Paddled out by Kimmel. That one stays in the zone. Overland to Hull. Hull shot doesn't get through. Blocked down out in front by Logan Jackson. But now Sandoval in a battle with him. Malco gets in there, but it's going to be Miller for the Utah Utes dishing it out to center ice. They'll play a little dump and chase hockey here. Nice little one-touch pass. Shetland can't get his stick out from underneath the Utah player. Kimmel not able to play that one cleanly. So the Wildcats 14:35 left in the third period, down 4-1, a 3-goal deficit to try to erase here. Sepinen comes out to play it, gets it around. Ziegler tries to angle off his man, doesn't quite get it. Utah is able to hold on to it. They look to work it behind the net. Out in front, that one almost squeezes in, but doesn't make it past Sepinen. So now Ziegler is going to dump and chase. Kimmel will play that off the boards, gets out of the zone, and Hedgecock will have to skate back. But that will be an icing as Gibney is not able to get there first.
Yeah, I definitely like seeing on that play all three forwards going into the zone, lined up for in a triangle, making sure you get all the passing options possible.
Yeah, the Wildcats trying to do everything they can here to get back into this game, but still a long way to go here with not too long left in the third. Good shot there. That one goes high on Kimmel. Now Lowell. Quick shot from Fisher. Kimmel can't hold that. Now Walker's got a chance. He goes out in front. He scores! Dylan Walker with the quick pickup behind the net, goes far post and beats Kimmel.
You rarely ever see wraparounds, especially at this level of hockey.
But Dylan Walker, he goes and gives a fist pump to Sepp. They're trying to get him back in this game. Wildcats not going down without a fight. And the offense is coming through Dylan Walker right now, who says, let's go, boys. Let's get something done. Dylan Walker, the son of Kelly Walker, one of the only 2 Wildcats to have their number retired in the rafters. Number 33, Dylan Walker, trying to get the U of A back into this game.
Yeah, Wildcats need to make sure to keep that intensity up, making sure we get pucks to the net.
Walker having a little bit of a debate here on stick position. But this line for the Wildcats continues to be so dangerous. So the Utah Utes will dump that in. And
That was a great play by Walker there, shutting down that pass.
yeah, Wyatt Light gets some open space out in front, but he's not able to connect because of the effort by Walker. Now Utah holds along the far boards. Can't get the shot through. That one goes up high, doesn't hit the netting though. So now Selman will try to lift that one out to neutral ice. And Wyatt Light for Utah, trying to go up the middle to Michael, can't connect. Cosden hard on him. Good support there to make sure Michael doesn't have too much time to skate away. And it's gonna be Sandoval getting over to Lowell. Sandoval, burst of speed with Malco going through the middle, tries to feed it across to Lowell. Good idea, just not able to connect. Wildcats go down behind the net. A bunch of players falling down all over the place, but Utah's gonna bring this over the line with a burst of speed. Can't maneuver through. Ethan Light now stops up on Shetland. They go back to the middle, high slot. Getting in deeper, not able to get a shot off. Good job there by Malco to make sure he ties up the stick, doesn't let a shot get away. So Malco in his own zone tries to get it up the board, straight to Miller though. Miller for Utah. He gets taken down, no call on the play. Wildcats bring it back the other way. Tyler Shetland going one-on-one against Logan Jackson. Shetland holds up, back to the point, quick shot by Hull, a little bit of a headhunter, but luckily Ziegler is not the tallest guy in the world. That one goes over his head, puck stays in the zone. Litwin, now a chance for Litwin, onto it, scores! Duke Litwin! What an effort! What a goal! And before this game, he was dialed in and feeling it. Connor Ziegler with a great effort. Duke Litwin with the finish. What a shot from Litwin to go up high on Kimmel. And now it's a 1-goal game in the third.
Yeah, that was definitely a great play with Ziegler, keeping that pressure on that boards right there and getting that puck out to Litwin.
And the finish from Duke Litwin, a thing of beauty. A little bit of shades of Cole Caulfield. Duke Litwin getting the Wildcats back within 1. And with 12:09 left in the third period, the feeling in this building on that bench is much, much, much different. And now Brody Selman with a chance. He'll get in first. Gets it around to Lowell, can't quite connect. Walker with a great effort there for the keep-in.
Walker's throwing the body all over the ice. It's really changing this game around.
Dylan Walker, not the biggest player in the world, but he plays with a hell of a lot of heart. And Shively now, 3-on-2 over the line for the U of A. Onsides, quick shot from Selman. That rebound is way out there in the slot. Lowell can't get the follow-up, but the Utah Utes look like they've been absolutely stun-gunned here. After coming out what they expected to probably be an easy third period, the Wildcats say no, and with 11:20 left, it is a 1-goal game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Utah, but it looks like they're trying to slow down the game a little bit with the Wildcats buzzing right now.
Well, you got 3 put up you in a period. The Utes look absolutely lost here at the moment, just throwing pucks into space and hoping for the best. And if that's something you can do, if you can get this Utah team off their game, if the Wildcats are able to tie this up, this Utah team does not look like they're going to be able to recover. Good shot there from Malco, saved by Kimmel. And that is why we love the game of hockey. Things switch on a dime, momentum shifts, ice tilt, hockey gods, whatever you might want to call it. Wildcats clawing their way back into this game, bringing it within 1. And Garrett, as a hockey player yourself, when you're on that bench and down 4-0, how much of an attitude change do you feel like when you're only down by 1 with still half a period to play?
You'll definitely see a lot of players sitting down on the bench, and right now you can see the Wildcats. They're all on the boards just watching the play.
A good chance almost there for Malco. Just can't get the shot through, but the Wildcats smell blood in the water. Not sure Wildcats can swim, but I don't know many good Wildcat analogies for hunting. I'll have to look some of those up, watch a David Attenborough documentary or something. But now it's going to be Tyler Shetland in to take the face-off. An offensive zone win here could be big. They try to push it through. Utah can't get it out. Cosden tries to keep it in. Good battle there. Sandoval in support. Logan Jackson in for Utah. Clawing away at the puck, and now Utah will look to build a breakout, something they haven't been able to do for a good part of this period, and that's exactly why the Wildcats have been able to get this back within 1.
Yeah, Utah's really taken their time getting outside of their defensive zone to get that puck into the Wildcat zone.
Well, when you get used to playing with a 4-goal lead, you probably feel pretty comfortable. When that lead gets cut down to 1, though, the mentality changes a little bit for everyone on the ice. And just as we talked about the big bump here from the Wildcats, well, we'll see what the Utah Utes can do in response. Great defensive play there by Will Josephson to break up that play. And that one's going to come back into the U of A zone. Litwin a little bit slow to get up, but Duke Litwin with his first goal in the TCC in a while. Looks like he finally went out to the concession stand to buy one, but the effort there from Duke Litwin, just so great to see. The fact that that was the goal that gets this team back in the game. Duke Litwin, a heart and soul guy, great locker room guy, hasn't been rewarded with the production that he's been justified to have quite yet, but a huge goal there for this team. And now Overland will look to break it out. Goes up through the middle. Josephson not able to corral that one as the Utes were stepping up in the offense, in the neutral zone, risking an odd man rush.
Yeah, Overland's doing a great job of staying calm with the puck and really making some great plays to get it out of the zone.
Yeah, Overland, Walker, Cosden, a lot of guys that have come in and made an immediate impact this year. Speaks to the recruiting talent of Chad Berman. And Sepinen, ooh, almost with a tiny bit of a mishandle, but all's well that ends well. Jared Overland mixing it up a little bit behind the net.
Yeah, it looks like Matthew Hull is really taking initiative on the offensive zone, really getting that play going.
Yeah, Matthew Hull, a very talented, responsible defenseman. A defenseman who played almost the entirety of his career in hockey with the same defensive partner, Ben Jones, growing up together, playing together for a very long time. The first time Matthew Hull has had a different defensive partner in a long time, but it looks like he has not missed a beat. That one right in on Sepinen. Covers to get the face-off.
Yeah, Berman definitely does a great job of recruiting players that are sound offensively and defensively.
And Berman's philosophy is always, you don't recruit for talent, you recruit for fit. And it's been a great job so far. Guys are still settling into the system, but we saw what Brody Selman did last year and again this year, but now Utah trying to get a quick one on net. Almost multiple tips out in front, but the U of A able to skate out with it. Hole tries to find Lowell. Lowell hard in against Carter. Good job there. Walker over to Selman. Now Selman behind the net trying to work around. Gets a little bit of space. Shively, great job in support. Shively tries to go out in front to Lowell. Can't get a stick on it to settle it down. But a great job there by Shively to keep that opportunity going. Now it's going to be Utah over the zone. Gibney trying to connect with Logan Jackson. Shot there goes wide on the glove side of Sepinen. So Utah, their first real offensive shift to the game. Great blocker save by Sepinen. Gibney gloves that one down. They try to go behind the net, and Dylan Walker is going to be the first player to that puck. Now Dylan Walker, speed down the wing, just dumps it in, get the line change. With 8:07 left in this third period, it is not a race to the finish. It's about being smart, generating those quality opportunities. Utah will just dump this into the zone. Fisher gets there first, tries to go down the wing, gets past Dix. And Utah will just be content to keep dumping this in as much as they can. It's up to the U of A to make sure they don't have the ability to do so. Now Tyler Shetland with a great burst of speed. Shetland gets in, shot, big rebound. Kimmel's giving them up now.
Yeah, Shetland was definitely looking for some support on that play.
Down front, tries to get it to Malco, nothing going. That one hits off a Utah player and comes out to the slot. But now Ethan Light with Wyatt Light across from him. Ethan Light, shot saved by Sepinen.
Fisher with that great positioning, making sure he got that shot way on the boards.
Yeah, making sure you're putting pucks into areas that make it very difficult for it to come back the other way, especially in such a tight game like this now. You know, when the U of A was down 4-0, you really thought they had to take some risks. But now with the opportunity like this, U of A can play a little bit more patiently. So face-off gets tied up, puck's underneath Malco. But Matthew Hull able to take this one. Now Matthew Hull with a burst of speed, cuts to the middle, tries to find Josephson, but good support. Hull able to get it back again. Ziegler in on the forecheck. Josephson, good hit there. Fanned on the shot, on the pass by Utah. Now Utah. Gephardt goes down the boards, waiting for a line change. Ziegler's the first one there. Ziegler just holds that puck up against the boards, waits for support. Litwin there. Now Dix at the point. Big shot, good blocker saved by Sepinen. Now Duke Litwin, quick little turn in the corner, tries to go up the boards. Good job to get it to Josephson. He'll look to settle it down. Duke Litwin pokes it forward. Duke Litwin keeping the forward momentum going. So now Jared Overland. Over to Matthew Hull. 6:15 left in the third period. Your Wildcats with a 3-goal period to bring this game within 1. And now Jesse Lowell. He'll look to go down the wing to Selman. Can't quite connect. But those two guys, if they keep working at it, they can make something happen with Dylan Walker on the other wing. This one goes down on Sepinen. Decides to play it over to Overland. Now Overland. Over to Selman. Selman toe picks a little bit, able to recover though as Walker finds Shively. Shively waits, tries to go with a little return with Lowell. Shively able to stick with it. John Shively down to Selman, just goes wide on the blocker's side. John Shively though with a great effort to try to keep that play alive, and Selman just tries to go a little bit too wide on Kimmel.
Yeah, Selman did a really good job of going from backhand to forehand to really draw Kimmel to that near side post and try to get that backside.
Selman, a player who hasn't broken through in this game, but has been such a driving force of offense for the U of A. So 5:28 left in the third period. Wildcats almost able to win that draw, but it's Utah who comes away with it. Ethan Light, burst of speed down the wing, gets around Shively, but he bodies him just enough to not let him carry the puck. And now it's John Shively again. He'll flick this one out, looking for Shetland to hit it on a runner. Can't quite get to it. Fisher blocks that one out of the zone. Now Michael. And this one, a little bit of a strange carom, and it's the U of A over the line. Chance here. Malco and Shetland is not able to connect, and this one will come back down the other way. 4:48 left. Great steal there from Josh Lusby. Josh Lusby in, shoots, saved by Kimmel. Big rebound. Fisher gets a shot. Lusby pops right back up. Another chance. Ziegler shot, saved by Kimmel. Great shift here from this line. Lusby takes a big hit along the boards. Utah just trying to settle down the scramble. They almost bounced it off Kimmel into their own net. Utah scrambling all over the place. Malco holds this one, drops it down to himself. Wyatt Light tries to get out of the zone, finally does. 4:15 left in the third period. Utah's looking like they're out of gas here. Now Fisher down the near boards. Tries to go blocker on Kimmel. He pushes that one over the netting. So a furious pace here in the third period has really changed the dynamic of the way this game felt. It really makes you wonder if the U of A was able to play like this for an entire 60 minutes, what they'll be able to do. So Selman in to take the face-off against Utes. They tie up. Utah tries to get that one out. Matthew Hull keeps in. Gephardt drops his stick, but it's going to be Utah coming over the line. Jared Overland shadowing Miller. Miller tries to go out in front. Big chance, but a save by Sepinen. Another shot. Sepinen with what an athletic diving save. Nicholas Sepinen. Selman takes a big hit up high there. Sepinen hasn't been able to grab his goalie stick yet, so he's still down the stick, which is sitting at the near dot. Jesse Lowell gets absolutely run by Logan Jackson, and that's going to be a penalty. Too early of a hit by Logan Jackson, who's going to go for interference here. And the Wildcats, down 1 goal, are going to go on the Hogan Transportation power play with 3:29 left in this period. So Garrett Kane will be heading down to rinkside to be doing the post-game interview with Chad Berman we'll have here on the broadcast. And a big moment here. Just giving Garrett Kane a little bit of directions on where to grab the mic from so we can do that post-game interview. So on the Hogan Transportation power play, the Wildcats with a huge opportunity to possibly tie this game. Maybe push it into overtime, maybe finish it off in regulation. Either way, the type of effort that we have seen from the Wildcats in this third period, refusing to back down, even though a team that had a disappointing 40 minutes, they're making the last 20 count. And this team is having a very focused conference there on the bench to draw up just how they want to approach this power play. So Chad Berman sends out Dylan Walker, Josh Lusby, Brody Selman, Jesse Lowell, and Ryan Fisher. 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes with only 3:29 left in the game. Selman wins the faceoff. Fisher over to Walker, big shot, big rebound by Kimmel. And the Utes will just be happy to clear that one. They're not going to look for shorthanded opportunities unless it's wide open, but a good shot there from Dylan Walker. Puck comes out to the slot, not able to finish it. Gets tied, Selman tied up there at the blue line. Ref's a little bit slow to blow the whistle, so Gephardt's wondering why exactly is there no one near the puck. Fortunately for the U of A, the refs meant to blow the whistle, just forgot it was there. So this puck will come out of the Utah zone. And Selman will line up for the faceoff against Langenbrunner. Brody Selman, Jesse Lowell, Josh Lusby, Dylan Walker, Ryan Fisher. The 5 Wildcats trusted with trying to get this game tied. 3:05 left in the third period. Walker waits, back to Fisher. Goes near boards to Lowell. Lowell tries to get it down deep to Selman. Good support from Lusby. Walker, or Lowell, Selman, and Lusby in the corner. Utah just trying to tie it up and kill the penalty that way. They can't get the puck away from the boards. A long battle here, but Lusby almost skates away with it. Now Selman with it. Selman out front to Walker. Walker waits. Up to Fisher. Fisher over to Selman. Quick shot. A big block there. Actually gets in on Kimmel. Into the chest. 58 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats down 1 goal. Be interesting to see. Probably not going to see Chad Berman with the goalie pull, just because this is a 1-goal game and anything can happen. Sepinen far out of his net though, so we'll see if he makes his way to the bench during this power play. But now Malco in to take the face-off against Utes. Utah a little bit slow on the change, but if you're on the penalty kill, you take advantage of what you can. So Malco in against Utes. 58 seconds left on the power play for the Wildcats. Malco not able to win that one, but Shetland goes forward. The Wildcats are able to pick it up. Malco, now Shetland. Shetland trying to maneuver. Cosden down low with Shetland. Cosden and Shetland. Utah just posting up against the boards, but the Wildcats come away with it. Malco over to Overland. Malco waits, shoots, gets deflected, but goes high on Kimmel, and Utah's able to clear this one down. 33 seconds left on the power play, 2 minutes left in the period. Wildcats with a chance for maybe one more rush here to get into the zone and set up. Jared Overland dishes back to Matthew Hull. They try to find Cosden, they do. No, not offsides. Utah trying to clear this one out, and they'll be able to skate it, dish it down the ice, and that one is dished right into the crowd. Luckily, no one's sitting in that seat, so with 9 seconds left on the power play, we'll see where this face-off ends up. The Wildcats with maybe one last chance in this period, in this game, to try to get one more back. 1:37 left in the third period. A great effort here, but you'd love to see that effort rewarded with just one more goal. Selman not able to win that one. Shively knocks it down. Played with a high stick. 4 seconds left on the power play, and this one will be in the U of A zone. So with 1:32 left, it's gonna be rush, 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 and try to get something else on Kimmel that you've been able to beat 3 times here in the third. Just not able to get that final one past him yet. Still enough time left. Selman in to take the face off against Gibney. Selman tries to win the faceoff. Ref says no, but Selman ends up getting it. That will do it for the power play. They try to feed Jesse Lowell flying through the zone. Puck's just in his skates. 1:23 left, back to 5-on-5. Jesse Lowell just not able to glove that one down to himself. 1:15 left in the game. Fisher trying to go down the boards. Selman gets to it. He gets taken hard into the boards. But Lowell and Selman and Fisher still battling away with it. Fisher holds the boards well. Almost a good keep in there, but just gets past Walker. Now Gibney tries to get through Shively. He says no. 54 seconds left in the period. John Shively waits, finds Ryan Fisher. He's going to try to get into the offensive zone. Can't get past his man. And now Utah, 40 seconds left. See how they try to kill this last less than a minute off. Matthew Hull, he'll dump that in. Wildcats have to go for a change. 30 seconds left in the third. Now a chance here for the Wildcats to keep it in. This one almost comes to Walker from Malco. Hull trying to get in deep, can't do it. 20 seconds left in the game. Hull, big hit on Ethan Light. But Matthew Hull, great game overall. 10 seconds left. Can the Wildcats do anything? 8 seconds left. Hull over the line, gets it to Walker. Walker in, tries to get a shot off. Too many bodies in the way, and that will do it for full time. An incredibly close game here in the Tucson Arena. Wildcats dropped this one 4-3, but a 3-goal third period that almost saw the Wildcats complete the comeback. Nicholas Sepinen lets in 4, but he made some incredible saves this game. You got to think we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the future. So Wildcats dropped this one at the Tucson Arena. So we will be back November 4th and 5th at the Tucson Convention Center here at the Tucson Arena. 7:30 puck drop against ASU. Huge game for this Wildcat team. They split the series 1-1 with Utah. And we will be back next weekend. Well, Garrett Kane will be back next weekend. I'll be gone for a little bit, but you'll be in good hands with the rest of the Wildcat media team. Stick around for the post-game interview with head coach Chad Berman. My name is Sebastian Janik, and this is Wildcat Hockey.
the biggest change